Hi, everyone. It's Dr. D. And I thought this Friday it would be good to do our week in review, talking about some things that are important to you, to me, to the people that you work with and play with. And that's our immune health, right? And I think forever we've been thinking that we just need a little bit of that chicken soup, a little bit of that vitamin C. And to think simply like that, as powerful as those steps can be, it tends to overlook lifestyle and the importance of lifestyle playing a role in your immune health and well being, your physical flexibility, your metabolic flexibility, even your mental flexibility. I think all of us would agree that being overly stressed, overly worked, and not giving ourselves enough time for fitness, sleep, relaxation, and just simply enjoying the pace of life can have a significant effect on your health, on your physical health, on your mental health, and definitely on immune health. So, when we think about immune health, I want you to consider this option of staying strong, taking action, right? Because as we go through our days, we understand it's really important to stay healthy. And yet, many of us are, asking the question, many of us are asking the question, what can I do to stay healthy? Many people are finding it difficult to set new routines, to establish a new goal for staying strong and building and supporting a healthy immune system through our mental well being, our physical well being, and most definitely when we think about functional ingredients found in diet, even supplementation that can help support our immune systems, immune function, and help us achieve everything that we're looking to achieve so that we don't get run down by the daily grind or the extra stress or trying to stay productive. Now, I think if you're like me and you're hanging around with the right crowds, you're finding people that are doing more than just changing their diet, right? Many people have started to exercise. Now, that doesn't mean that they've found a way, right? And if they have, you let me know, found a way to completely get rid of the stress or not still have to like deal with all of the productivity hacks that they've been going through or finding ways to spin this plate while keeping this one running, right? Let's be honest. Staying healthy, staying strong, supporting your immune system, that takes planning. Changing your sleep routine, changing your diet, restricting things from your diet, getting more exercise, right? Finding ways to find your center, that takes planning. So this kind of got me thinking, are there such things as ingredients found in nature, diet, even supplementation that can help us kind of round all of this out? Right. And that got me thinking, well, I bet other people have ideas about that. Maintaining your health, your immune health goes way beyond a lot of the practical instructions of washing your hands. It's also critical to support our healthy weight. Do things to manage our stress. Consider what we would add to our diet or the supplement regimen, like I said, that could support us. Anything short of asking those questions just means we're not planning. For example, when daily stressors become chronic stressors, your immune system, it takes notice, right? It perceives this lack of energy, this like sense of just like, oh, this is taking a lot of effort, or I just don't have the same energy that I used to. What do? We blame it on age. We blame it on stress. Sometimes we blame it on the people around us, when in fact, what we may be doing is getting a signal from our immune system, from our metabolism, that you're not feeding me properly, that you're not giving me everything that I need to support this level of mental and physical activity. So it's important for us during times like this when our body sends us signals to think, what could I eliminate from my diet? Should I eliminate alcohol? Should I eliminate sugar? Right? Should I eliminate the size of my meals? Should I start thinking about the composition of my meals? What else could I eliminate? Should I eliminate negative people from my life? I'm going to recommend that you get rid of negative thoughts in your life. And I want you to think less about what you need to get rid of and more about what you're going to add to your life, add to your lifestyle, right? More positive thoughts, more positive people, more positive movement, more positive direction when it comes to getting a good night's sleep or thinking about functional foods or changing diet and adding something to a supplement regimen. I want us to think about recommitting to um, positive self, right? Because that's how we're going to support the immune system. And then from there, we could think about ingredients found in our diet that we may want to add on to, or think about functional ingredients. Now, it's important to note that many of these things are within our capacity. For example, vitamin D levels. This is a great time to supplement in addition to getting outdoors on a regular basis. In fact, research shows that early morning light exposure can be very beneficial as it relates to immune function, blood sugar support, because it plays a role in insulin as well as melatonin's activity. And these are two ways that right now within your capacity to support your immune function and stay strong. Get outdoors, move around, but I'm going to encourage you to do it during first morning light because it is in fact that first morning light. You don't have to watch the sun come up necessarily, but you want to get out in that early morning light because this is where you reset the hormones in the body, where melatonin and insulin start to kind of shift their position, where insulin sensitivity goes up and melatonin goes down. So we're less groggy, we're less having issues with not feeling well rested, that sort of thing. And early morning light can play a big role in that. Well, what you may not know is that keeping your blood sugars within healthy ranges and making sure that you get a good night's sleep allow melatonin and insulin to have a very good relationship with each other because they both play a role in the health of the immune system. What else is within your control? Well, I encourage saunas. I think saunas are an important way for you to support your overall immune health, but they also play a role in supporting cardiovascular well-being. If you don't have access to a sauna, what I would suggest you do is have a regular time that you can spend in a very hot bath, both relaxing but taking in the steam. Showers can help you do this as long as the bathroom or the shower stall is small enough for you to kind of create that heat. And I would be completely um, what's the word I'm looking for? I would be completely without any real ground here if I didn't speak to you about sleep. Sleep, of course, is crucial to supporting your well-being, including your immune health, right? Homeostasis. Sleep regulates hormonal function in the body. We want to find ways to introduce novel, I often refer to them as adaptive responses to our environment. So, quick summary, right? Get a good night's sleep, exercise regularly, identify what you refer to as a balanced diet, rest, meditation, relaxation, limit your alcohol and sugar intake. Get outside, get a connection to nature that gives you a positive environment here and here, right? We've got to pay attention to the fact that many of the ways that we approach convenience or quick on the go lifestyles are not having a very good place in supporting a healthy immune system or staying strong. Why? Because the immune system relies on micronutrients, antioxidants, the potential of antioxidants to support detoxification, to support cellular health and cell signaling or metabolic regulation. Amino acids play a huge role in making sure that the immune system functions properly. All of these things need to be wrapped together, which is why I had to ask myself, is there something unique that does a lot of this for us? Are there novel or functional ingredients that I could be adding to my diet or adding to my supplement regimen that may support me? If stress is one of the things I'm concerned about, limiting my immune system. If not getting enough physical exercise or good rest is something that leads me to believe that I may not have the most healthy immune system or be able to support myself should there be an immune concern, right? As seasons change, we want to appreciate that physical exercise and sleep and novel ingredients as a part of our daily supplement regimen can help us bob and weave. That's super important. And so there are things called beta glucans that play a very big role in your body's immune response. And I know what you're thinking. What about that vitamin C? I know she mentioned vitamin D. It's true. There are some immune supportive botanicals that are super popular, right? And other nutrients just aren't as well known. And that's why I wanted to talk about the functional nutrient beta glucans. Beta glucans support a healthy immune system, partially because beta glucans play a role in gastrointestinal health. Now, you might know beta glucans as things like aloe beta glucans, mushroom beta glucans, even barley and oats are beta glucans. And these are the types of things that we consider functional fiber beta glucans. But yeast beta glucans are quite unique as a functional ingredient. They have a huge impact on energy. They have a huge impact on antioxidant capacity because they themselves have significant antioxidant potential. And that antioxidant potential plays a role in how the immune system responds to daily stressors, physical stressors, mental, emotional stressors, and immune stressors. So I love the idea of yeast beta glucans in addition to an already healthy diet. Yeast beta glucans don't offer that fiber support, like I said, like we think of with grain beta glucans, like oats and barley. Instead, they're unique because they're antioxidant driven, as I was saying, and as a result can confer energy to the immune system while having a significant effect on white blood cells. Beta glucans are unique, yeast beta glucans, because of their 1,3 configuration. Let me tell you what that means. All of these ingredients, right, have a carbon-based structure, and there are different chains or bends in that structure. And where those bends are found, or how an organic structure actually configures itself, plays a role in kind of a lock and key solution with metabolism, including your immune system. And yeast beta glucans are complex enough to be able to create a 1, 2, 3 activity in the body. They're unique in that their configuration releases or initiates what we would refer to as an antioxidant burst. Beta glucans are naturally antioxidant rich, but this antioxidant burst also creates a signal, that's step 2, to white blood cells in the gastrointestinal system, and then ultimately throughout the immune system altogether, where this antioxidant burst creates a call to action for healthy white blood cell activity, in particular to white blood cells called macrophages and lymphocytes. They also, as a result of macrophages being called to action, create a solution where neutrophils, another type of white blood cell, wants to come out and play. And it's just ready and on guard. That's one of the benefits to daily consumption of yeast beta glucans, is that they put the system to say, listen, we've got some soldiers waiting to do the work that they need to do. They don't go into action until there's reason to go into action. And that's the benefit of yeast beta glucans being very much immune modulators, or something that can balance a healthy immune response. We see this happen with vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids as well. They're in this state of ready and waiting, but ready to go, right? So they don't put the body in a hyperimmune response, and they don't allow the body to be in a low level immune response, but rather in a ready immune response. What's unique about yeast beta glucans that we don't always get from the benefits of vitamin D, and we don't always get from the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, is that yeast beta glucans have also been shown to be very beneficial on immune issues that are related to stress compromise. So if you are always going, 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 you are athletic, you have a lot of stress in your life, this is playing a big role on your immune system. And I think we can appreciate those are the types of things that are getting us on a daily basis, right? Not on a seasonal basis. And that's why I think it's so powerful to think about utilizing yeast beta glucans in a daily supplement regimen. Because if I want to increase my exercise habits, right? Improve my exercise habits or increase the number of minutes or even hours that I spend in a gym on a weekly basis, I'm going to need something that has my back, right? If I have a stressful job or I have a lot of daily activities that keep me running and on my toes, I'm going to need a functional ingredient that has my back when it comes to keeping me going, but also making sure that my immune system has the support that it needs, that kind of ready and waiting, ready to do its job, bob and weave with all of the daily stressors, both physical and mental, that we go through every day. Think about right now your long work hours. Have they gotten longer or shorter over the last handful of months? Are you finding yourself kind of spinning more plates than you had in the recent past? How are the kids doing? How is the family doing, right? As we head into summer months, we can appreciate that we're going to start to see more physical activity, but also more family activities or community activities. And I want us to think about our immune systems. So what are we talking about, right? We're talking about making sure that we've got a very good diet in place, that we're paying attention to physical exercise as well as a good night's sleep, but that we're also looking at functional ingredients that we can add to a supplement regimen that may help support us as we do more community activities, more physical activities, get out with the family, or just make sure that we are seeing our very best during our long work hours, our physical or mental demands of the day. That's where functional immune health comes down to an incredible clinically evidenced ingredient called Wellmune. Wellmune is just that. It is a clinically studied yeast beta glucan that has been shown to balance a healthy immune response. It has over a dozen published peer-reviewed clinical studies supporting this ingredient for athletes, individuals that are concerned with stress and its impact on their immune health, as well as those of mature and even young years. That's one of the benefits to this huge number of studies that have been done on the Wellmune ingredient is that they didn't just look at seasonal changes that may have an impact on immune health and well-being. They have studies that looked at the role of physical athleticism and its impact on the immune system and staying strong. They looked at studies on the impact of stress and the immune system and how do you stay strong. They looked at impact on those of more mature years and those of younger years that may have reasons for more immune health concerns, whether it is building up an healthy immune response in a young individual by supporting their gut health, their diet health, their movement, their sleep. But those that are of more mature years, what can we do to maintain their immune health, their immune well-being? And yeast beta glucans were shown to improve many of these areas of quality of life and immune function. Um, and the reason why is because yeast beta glucans pay attention to reasons why the immune system starts to take a hit. Too much stress, not enough sleep, a lot of physical duress on the body, even if that's by choice, right? By being very athletic. What I want us to think about is how could I take a personal inventory on my own health? How well am I sleeping? What does my diet look like? Do I implement movement on a daily basis? And is there something new that I may be able to add to my diet that would ultimately support my health, would support my longevity, and would recognize that my immune system is intimately involved in my physical fitness as well as my mental fitness, as well as my metabolic flexibility. Healthy aging, immune function, quality of life require us to recognize our mental and physical stressors and think about what we could implement to make ourselves more robust when it comes to getting through our day. The idea to support immune function is to pinpoint what is within your control, what is within your capacity, and what can have an impact on multiple areas of health that will allow you to be your very best you. I suggest you think about applying quality foods, in particular, quality proteins, fat, and carbohydrates to your diet. Think about what works well with your daily activities. Think about how you could help your body maintain its energy throughout the day, its mental and physical stamina throughout the day. And what the literature shows is that yeast beta glucans, in particular, the clinically studied well-immune yeast beta glucans, can play a role in your quality of life, your stress response, your physical response, and ultimately your immune response to stay strong. I just thought it would be fun to bring to you a week in review on what I think you can do to support your immune system. Until I get to see you next time, go be healthy, go be brilliant.